Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nate G. It is February 27th, and we're going to do a trade plan here on FANG, F-A-N-G. We used our SAM scanner to find A-plus setups on a 30-minute chart, and FANG is one that we came up with here. As you can see, this is the 30-minute chart. We're looking for TPS setups. This is the daily chart, so we're just under all-time highs here at 184. I also like that this is just under 200 or slightly below 200 because it's going to act as a magnet for that. Right? So we're going to mark this up on a 30-minute. It's also in a 60-minute squeeze. And the first thing we're going to do is come in and create our upper and our lower value areas. If I can get my volume profile to start showing. So here on this value area low is essentially here at 175.74. I'm going to make that yellow. And the reason it's right there for me is one, on the chart, it's at the bottom end of this value area node, right? And also it's the bottom of this candle and that support level candle there. We did get a breakdown right there, but that was somewhat before this had been formed. So that's where I'm going to put my value area low. I'm going to come in and I'm going to put two point of controls. One will be here at 178.88. I'm going to make that red. And then I'm going to put another one here at 176.60 basically. And those are my two main points of control. Then I'm going to mark the high. That's going to be target number 1. I'm going to make that green. And then I'm going to grab our Fibonacci retracement tool. And I'm going to pull to this low. And I'm going to mark the 1272 here at 168.45. And that's my target number 2. Okay. So we have a value area low. We have 2 point of controls. I can come in here and put in a value area high, just because we do that with all of our charts. I'm going to put that in at 181.58. As you can see, we've spiked through to that high, but here it acted as a resistance level, and it did here again. So we want to just kind of know, and it matches up with the top end of this value node. This volume area. So now we have our, let's label them here, since this is all part of the exercise. We're going to go, shouldn't I be able to do that by doing the gear? Oh, here we go. We're going to make that yellow. We're going to go value area low / stop. Right? We're going to go here and we're going to say value area high. Right. This is going to be green. Maybe target 1. This is going to be green, and it's going to be target 2. Oop. Nope, I want to make sure that's green. Okay, and then I have this line, POC1, and this line is POC2. Does anybody have any questions about marking those up? And making sure you know where they are on your chart? I cannot zoom in. You should be able to zoom in. I think there's a way for me to make. I think there's a way for me to make those bigger. Let's see. Value line. Hidden. Let's see if that's actually true. Text. How's that? Can you read that a little bit better? Is that a little easier to read? And then you can make yours full screen kind of situation? Okay, a little better. I'll play with that at another time. Try and make those a little bit bigger. But that helps on the side there. It makes those numbers a little bit bigger. But here's the thing, right? It's you should be able to see where these are on your chart and draw these up yourself, right? That's kind of the point, right? To make you able to fish for yourself, right? Okay, so now this is a 30-minute chart. I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart so we can see some more information, right? So I'm going to zoom out here. Okay, this line here is probably pretty good. I might move it down to that larger piece there. And then this secondary POC, I'm going to move down just a little bit because I want them to match up with these two main lines here. Okay. There's some other intermediary areas where we'll see some support and resistance, but those are kind of the key levels. Okay, so then to make a trade, I see that we're down here near POC 1, and I'd like to take a trade kind of off that POC 1 or my value area low, right? So I'm going to come in here to the long position risk reward, and I'm going to say if I took a position right now and I set my stop at a move below this value area low, right? And I set my target to the target number 1, that's going to give me a 5-to-1 risk reward, roughly 4.83, right? So that's a good risk reward for this kind of a trade. My stop would be on a close on the 1-hour chart, right? Because we're going to play this on a 1 hour. A candle close below 175.73. Hang on a minute. We're breaking up there on the cues. So just want to make sure that my stop was triggered as that started to form. Okay, thank you. Stopped out of that. Did not roll over the way I wanted it to. That's okay. Small loss, right? So this would be my trade plan on FANG. I'm going to look at the FANG options. I'm playing an hourly chart, so I think I'm going to look out to... I'm going to play the March. Let's see here. I'm going to play the March 8. I'm going to play 3/8, right? 175s. Calls. Okay? They are at a delta of 62. Right? 62. That's my delta. So if I am over here risking, what is my risk? $1.39, right? My risk is $1.39 down to this level. So like if it pierces through, like we could basically just say, you know, our risk is about $1.50 because it's gonna push through. So we're risking $1.50 to make, you know, 6.5 to 7. Does everybody understand that trade plan? And have any questions? Now, I'd obviously love to get into it a little bit lower if we got a little bit of a pullback. You know, with this price action going on this week, it's kind of going sideways the last 3 days, as you can see. So I could be patient and wait for a better entry. If I waited for a better entry down here, I'm getting, you know, 9 to 1. Whoops. Getting 9 to 1 on my money. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert down here on POC number 1. Oh, well, I guess I can't. But normally they would let you put an alert right here. See if I'll try it off the line. Yep, we're on alerts maintenance. So I'm looking at the 3/8, 175 calls, right, that are currently in the money, and they're at a 60. Well, now they're at a 63 delta. So that is the trade plan right now for FANG. I'm risking about $1.50 to make 6.50. And I'm going to wait until I can get a slightly better entry on a pullback, whether that happens in the morning. Look, we've had 1, 2. This morning we kind of pushed, but then pulled back again. So maybe tomorrow morning we get a little pull down to here and get an even better entry. My first target is up here at target number 1, and my second target is an extension to the 1272, which is up here at 168.45. And I will cut the recording.